Chapter 7. A Typical Day in Foster Care. There were 4 girls living in Big Mama's house. Me, my sister Denisha, and my 2 foster sisters, Laura and Tina. Other girls came and left after very short periods of time, but the 4 of us were together the entire time. I also had a foster brother named Robert. He was placed in Big Mama's care at birth, and she eventually adopted him. Our space was upstairs. It was an open area with 4 beds, a large dresser, a large chest of drawers, and 2 closets. Everyone had their own drawer and closet space. Tina and I shared the large chest of drawers and the smaller closet. Denisha and Laura used the tall dresser and the larger closet. Denisha and Laura were very neat, but Big Mama corrected Tina and me regularly for not cleaning up correctly. We all had specific daily chores. Mine were making my bed, keeping my part of the upstairs clean, cleaning the bathroom, dusting the shined hardwood floors in the living and dining room areas, feeding the dogs, and cleaning Papa's spit bucket. Papa chewed tobacco and had a special bucket that he spit his tobacco in throughout the day. I had to get the bucket out of their bedroom, pour the spit into the toilet, and wash it out using a disinfectant. Then, I would fill the bucket about half full with water, pour about a capful of disinfectant into the water, and put the bucket back into their room on Papa's side of the bed. On certain days, I hung clean clothes from the washing machine out to dry. With clothespins in hand, I placed them on clotheslines in the basement or in the backyard. When the clothes were dry, I folded them. Mornings at Big Mama's house were rather challenging. Big Mama was a light sleeper and did not like being awakened before she was ready to get up in the morning. Sometimes, as we prepared for school, we would make too much noise and wake her up. Whenever that happened, a bad mood followed. If Big Mama wasn't happy, nobody was happy. To keep from waking her up, we walked as lightly as we could on the very squeaky upstairs floors. After tiptoeing for about 20 minutes, we all went downstairs for breakfast. Laura and Denisha prepared either oatmeal or egg sandwiches for everyone. Oatmeal made me sick to my stomach, and I usually had to go to the bathroom and throw up whenever I ate it. I always wondered if it was the cinnamon Laura put in the oatmeal that made me get sick. This frustrated Big Mama greatly, and she finally told me I could not eat breakfast anymore. I suspect she thought I was pretending to be sick because I just did not want to eat my breakfast. Thus, even when Laura and Denisha cooked egg sandwiches, I still couldn't have breakfast. "Breakfast makes you sick," Big Mama told me, when I asked if I could have an egg sandwich. This angered me, and I felt deprived every morning that I was refused breakfast. I thought it was unfair. Still, I made up for the loss of breakfast at dinner time. I don't remember much about lunch, but Big Mama always let me have dinner. And after about 3 weeks, she allowed me to have breakfast again. After breakfast, we walked to school. I loved going to school. The things I liked most about school were going to the school library, playing kickball at recess, and going on field trips. At the school library, I checked out books that were easy to read. I had no interest in chapter books because it took too long to get to the ending. I liked to know as soon as possible how the story worked out. I didn't care for all of the detail and drama in longer books. Deep down, I didn't feel like I read as fast as other students. I liked playing kickball, but I was usually one of the last ones chosen by the team captain. That made me feel a bit rejected, but at least I got picked at the end. Sometimes, my teacher took me and my class on outings away from the school. We went to the zoo, the museum, on a picnic at the park, and to the public library. The librarian taught us how to find books according to the filing system. The library field trip was most memorable because the librarian helped us obtain a library card and encouraged everyone to check out at least one book. She also taught us the importance of returning library books on time. During the school day, other children often asked me if Denisha and Tina were my sisters. They were surprised when I said they were, because Denisha was much sweeter and quieter than me. And Tina and I did not look anything alike. I often had to explain that Tina was my foster sister and Denisha was my real sister. After school, Tina, Denisha, and I would walk home together. Denisha and I went to the same school for only 1 year before she moved on to junior high school. Then, Tina and I walked home together alone. Every evening, the first thing I did when I came home from school was go upstairs and get started on my homework. Then, I ate dinner, fed the dogs, did my chores, played outside, took my bath, combed my hair, and got my clothes ready for school the next day. I could not wait for Big Mama to come to the bottom of the stairs and say the 3 words I look forward to hearing every evening. "Y'all can eat!" That meant a full-course dinner, which included food from all the 4 food groups, plus Kool-Aid. We would race to the bathroom, wash our hands, go to the kitchen, fix our plates, and sit at the kitchen table together and eat. As I walked into the kitchen to eat, Big Mama carried 2 plates of food into her bedroom. They were for herself and Papa. Sometimes, as we sat at the kitchen table eating, Big Mama would call out from her room, "Gracie Lee," the nickname she gave me, "bring me an onion." She loved onions and ate them with all of her meals. After dinner, we all put the bones and scraps from our plate in the dog bucket, a red bucket which sat in the kitchen. Papa mixed the food from the dog bucket with store-bought dog food, then fed it to his hunting dogs. He taught me how to feed the dogs, and that became one of my chores. When my chores were done, I played outside until I had to get ready for the next school day. I had to be in the house by 7 o'clock and in bed by 9. While outside during the early part of the evening, I often rode my bike. Big Mama didn't let us ride far because she didn't want anything bad to happen to me or any of her girls. Towards the latter part of the evening, I caught frogs and lightning bugs. I put the frogs in covered jars with holes in the lid and grass for food. I pulled the lights off the lightning bugs and attached them on my ears as if I had light-up earrings. When playtime was over, I went in the house, took my bath, and washed out the tub. Then, I combed my hair and put a scarf over my hairdo so it would be neat when I got up the next morning. As I lay in bed trying to go to sleep, I felt safe and looked forward to the next day.
If you enjoyed this story, please like this video and subscribe to our channel.